Hi.
Keep the music going, man. I thought
Welcome. Hi. Hi.
keep the music going, man.
Hi.
Keep the music going, man. I thought
Welcome back. What the heck was going on there?
man, that's because you're in charge of the pre-production, post-production, during the show production.
You should be
And
thankful we got some fucking production value is what it is. What it is.
I can do that live. I don't need you to do some kind of app on that. Hey, man, the Sookster, what's up, buddy? Yeah, dude,
I'm good, my
beautiful,
friend. How are you?
beautiful outfit. Did
Well,
your
thank-
wife help you pick that out?
Today, no, I did this on my own. Today is a little bit of satin
Hmm.
and a little bit of lavender.
April 2nd, right?
April 2.
April 2nd, our 5th episode we're on. Hopefully we get some more people to watch this one. It's building, right? It's building slow.
We are. Did you do anything crazy for April Fool's Day?
That was yesterday. I went skiing. I went up to Lee Canyon and I skied my little tail off on 1 foot of fresh powder. I don't think that qualifies as a April Fool's thing, but did you?
No, I did nothing yesterday.
Is that
That's a
something?
good use of fresh powder for you too, right?
I don't do the old kind of powder,
I
so
know
I
you
ski on
don't.
it. I ski
I
on
know
it.
you don't. No. Yesterday, we kept my son, who's 9 years old. This was like the first year that he fully kind of got April Fool's Day. So yesterday was full of 9-year-old April Fool jokes. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
You got one you can repeat? You know, we're heavily censored, so
I can't. I really. I can't remember. It was little like pranks that he left like kind of all over the house, and then it was April Fools. It was like thanks for being a jerk.
nothing was like over the top that you were proud of.
No. He didn't let the air out of the tires or anything like that.
His creative level's not quite up to. He's getting there. He's young.
He's not there yet. Like he didn't light incense and put it underneath the bed, the sheets, and like burned a hole in the sheet. Nothing crazy like I
I
used to
think
do.
it's a pile of poop that you put under the bed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid took the dog poop and put it in a bag and lit it on fire and rang the doorbell and ran away.
So he had it. Speaking of Max, your son, did he have his first game this last weekend?
It was game 4 in the Spring
sorry.
Valley Little League, and this little man yesterday had a freaking he killed the ball.
Double, triple, home run. What was it?
He hit a definitive line drive single and then wound up scoring. So it was.
Was there anybody on base when he hit it?
Yeah. He scored 2 runs.
Excellent.
2 RBIs, and he's having a good time. Spring Valley Little League is a really well organized little league, and he's having fun.
Am I putting too much pressure on the situation if I talk about maybe he's the great white hope of the Sucre family? Maybe he'll be a pro Major League Baseball player and get a $785 million contract with XYZ team.
Still might be a little bit too early to figure out those details, but let's hope. Dad needs a retirement plan.
How was your week, brother?
Week was good. Like busy week, right? We've got an album coming out. The Doc Artists have a record coming out at the end of this week. Something that I've got to disclose that I haven't even told anybody about, and I'm gonna use this platform to drop the information on. But I have a solo record that's coming out on the 17th that I haven't told anybody that I've recorded. So I'm putting out 2 records in a matter of 2 weeks. There's like 22 songs. I haven't put music out like this in almost 20 years. So it's exciting. I'm excited to put music out that nobody will hear. So this is going to be a really great time to, show a year's worth of my creativity to nobody. How about you? What have you been doing?
I love the approach in that. Like we, put music out, we promote it, we tell everybody about it. You're now going the opposite, and you're going to actually. Our guest is chiming in on the private chat. Welcome to the club, Kev. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I like your approach. You're doing the reverse psychology on it. You're not going to tell anybody about it, and maybe it will go platinum.
Nah, it's not going to go platinum. It'll go wood. It'll go balsa.
Well,
my hopes are that it falls and it freaking just cracks on the ground. That's all I can hope for.
Balsa, you said crack. Balsa is actually, I think, 100 copies. I think it's 100 copies. I think if you hit 100, you get balsa wood.
I think it's 30 copies actually. It's a balsa award. Balsa award. Yeah.
I deal in finer wood, so maybe I'm used to the. I like wood.
What was your week like?
A nice piece of wood. The skiing thing yesterday was really amazing. We did it's funny because my dad and his wife, for Easter, they do an Easter dinner, and they did ham, which I think is a weird choice for my dad's Jewish, so I don't understand that whole thing. But We went over there for a nice dinner, so a little family time, and relatively mellow. Not much to report. I do want to circle back to you, though. Would you mind if I circle back to you? I know it's weird, right? It's usually about me.
It usually is all about you. This is a strange feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen, who, if you're here viewing this, you're seeing Kevin totally like, hey man,
What?
I'm actually being nice.
Well, you're not being nice. What?
Don't make me pull out the Dick song I wrote for you.
Sorry. I
Okay.
wish you would. That's my theme song. The Dick song you wrote about me was great.
You did something last week. We didn't talk about it after. Sonia Feldberg, you went and you were of service to an amazing class she has at UNLV. Other entertainers go and tell stories and talk about the craft and everything. How was that experience for you? You did it like 24-hour notice too. You jumped right on it the next day.
It was in the podcast, and she made a comment, and she needed some help. Apparently, Chadwick was very ill last week, or had some sick, and I, you were very kind, and you offered up my services to go over there at UNLV, and I was happy to do so.
I don't believe I offered it up. I believe you took that opportunity to be of service on your own, and
it was great. It was really great. It was a
They're fun,
wonderful
right?
group of people. They're all seniors that are learning about, music, and what I was there to talk about was just early bird dinners. It was like 4 p.m. where they can get an early place to eat so they can be watching Murder, She Wrote by 6:30 and in
I
bed by
love
8.
that.
Yeah, it was a wonderful. I tease, but it was really a fulfilling afternoon. The people were very kind. I don't know why they wanted me to be there. I told a little bit of my story and my history. It took a lot of questions, and we talked music business, right? Like kind of the scope of where our industry is right now in a lot of interesting kind of ways. So,
well, I'm sure you made a difference in everyone's lives that was there, and I noticed there's a sheen of healthy self-esteem on your head, and I thought maybe that was because of that oozing out of you because you did something you build self-esteem by doing esteemable acts, and you did that, my friend, and thank you for doing that. I'm sure Sonia was grateful.
It means the world that you're being that kind. Thank you.
Back to the release. So give the date. You didn't say the date. It's the end of this week. You have 2 albums coming out. The Docksiders new album.
Docksiders record's coming out on April 5th, and the Kevin Suker solo record called The Street of Dreams is coming out on April 17th, which is midweek. It should be kind of fun, a Wednesday release.
Okay, great. Enough about you. So
yeah, let's talk about Reckless in Vegas, man. Come on, you got a show coming up.
I got nothing. I'm going to be very brief on this.
April 20, dude. That's like 18 days away. I know you. You're out.
20.
You're out handing tickets out on Fremont Street with your tits hanging out, aren't you?
I'm not doing that because my tits aren't really. I can't even get it. I made a commitment to not really focus on promoting the shows until 2 weeks before because I found myself spending the whole month doing the one show, and the boundary's been pretty good. But we will talk about it on this. So April 20th, we'll be back at Notoriety, and we have a really cool special guest. We have Nikki Scalera, amazing singer, a very good friend of mine. Very cool person. I think we're going to have a couple of other surprise guests. I think one of them might be a guy who's got a couple albums coming out this week. Did you commit to that? Are you going to be one of our special guests? Kevin, will you be on the Reckless in Vegas April 20 show, please? Please.
You were going to work on that arrangement of the song I'd like to do, right? I'm going to do Just the Gigolo.
Okay, say yes, whatever you need is the answer. Try that again.
Are we doing Just the Gigolo? Is that the song, or is that reserved for someone else?
Well, somebody did mention that we enjoyed this. Well, you guys smoke cigars, but we had a little get together, and that person that you're talking about was like, "No, that's the song I do. You can't do that."
We're getting a lot of comments in the private chat that I'm seeing pop up here. But hey, listen, the comment section is open. If you're following this, if you're watching this live on Facebook, on our YouTube channel, please throw some questions on. We are almost at that point where we're going to introduce our mediocre guest this week. We're continuing in mediocrity, following up from last week. Are you ready? Should we do the intro?
Hey, dude, can I tag one more thing about the Reckless in Vegas show, or are you just going to?
Hey, please, go for it, man.
I got the floor. So really, I just want to say one thing. We were able to raise at the last show. We were able to raise it that we $1,000. $500 went to Notoriety Gives. $500 went to St. Jude's Ranch for Children because we sold the show out. So if you do want to help us achieve that goal for April 20th, please go on and buy tickets for the show. Do it early, April 20th. Okay, thank you very much. That'll be all.
That was wonderful, and congratulations on that job. Well done. I love the charity angle. You're a very charitable guy. Despite all of your harsh exterior, your interior is soft and mushy, and that's why I love you, Michael Shapster. So I appreciate all that you do for this community. and those around you. So moving right on, we have a very special guest today. This guy, listen, he's a massive talent. He plays just about every instrument, right? He is a songwriter. He's a producer. He's a arranger. He's had 20 years of touring the country, and he's 22 years old. So do the math. The kid's been touring for freaking ever. He's a powerhouse. His band, the Bronx Wanderers, who I adore and I love, one of the first acts I saw before ever moving to Las Vegas, extended their contract of headlining the South Point Casino and Hotel through 2024. He is the host of a public access television of the world famous What the Cluck. I mean, this guy does it all. Before we bring on the world famous Vincent John, I mean, and a beacon of excitement and energy and charisma. Here's some clips of Vinny.
My name's Vin. I'm in a show called The Bronx Wanderers. We play in Las Vegas every night. I just moved here a year ago, coming from New York. I've seen a lot of tragedy in my life. Today, all the shows are dark in town, so this song came to me. I put it down in 2 minutes. I know I look like crap. I haven't slept, obviously, but the song is called Enough is Enough.
We're going to set up Mars and Jupiter and all those places at the, all
Uranus.
Uranus, all those wonderful planets, Pluto.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vincent John.
Bravo, brother. Bravo, man. Wow.
Lovely intro. Jesus.
Good to see you breathing, man. You know, that's a beautiful piece of music.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just came out.
That's a new video, right?
New video. Yeah. Older tune, but my graphic artist loved the song and he's like, I want to make a video for this. And I go, yeah, man, go for it. Be inspired. Have fun.
Well done.
And he's like, yeah, but you got to pay me. And I was like, son of a bitch.
I love the clips that you chose for him, Kevin. It was a masterpiece. What the Cluck? I forgot about What the Cluck. You had a great little, it was a podcast that you did, and you did how many episodes?
We did, I think 12 or 14. I forget. And I didn't want to do a podcast. I wanted to rip off Bill Maher and do a TV show.
John Oliver, too, was an inspiration.
Yeah, I actually put time into it and talented. Yeah. But you guys are doing great. You're doing really great, the two of you.
I think he's implying that we don't put any time into this. Did you hear that?
Zero time whatsoever.
Well, it's good to have such a mediocre guest on with us. We're grateful you're here. Yeah, thank you for that. And
you're so welcome. I literally had nothing else going on today.
Let me ask, are you in a robe right now?
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Put on fucking clothes for you?
Yeah, thanks for dressing up. Look at Kevin. He put his best lavender shirt on.
I put my best pajamas on for you guys. What are you talking
about?
So
did I. Yeah. This is what I wear.
Wow, man.
I got the matching shorts that go on with this. I stroll around in my slippers and I smoke a Pall Mall.
I'm not wearing any shorts. That's not.
I noticed that's enough for that. I noticed that Kevin left off of your intro. Coming to Vegas, you started at Windows, right, at Bally's, which is now Horseshoe. You moved over to Link, bigger showroom, right? And then you went from Link to Harrah's to Westgate. And now you're doing the South Point once a month, 3 days a month. Is it 3 days a month?
Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah, and then the rest of the time you're touring. And that evolution over how many years did you?
It actually goes back to 2011 because I started coming out here at the South Point and doing 3 weekends a year. So they were the first hotel that gave me a shot out here. And then when they heard that we wanted to do a residency and like go to the strip, they're like, look, man, if you get a deal, you do whatever you want. We want you guys to be successful. Just know you'll always have a home here. and they couldn't have been more supportive and helpful. I think around the time that we said yes to Bally's, that's when they just built the Grandview Lounge.
Yeah.
And they were going to start having shows there. And they're like, look, if you want a residency so bad, we'll give you one here and you can play the Grandview. And I said, wow, well, nobody's picking up the phone for us after 4 years of saying this is going to happen. Let's do it. And the minute we announced, of course, a week later, Caesars picks up the phone, got pissed off, and signed us to Bally's.
And they're fighting over you, which is an amazing place to be as a show. And you and your father have that show. Everybody in town has seen the Bronx Wanderers, but anybody watching that maybe hasn't, it's a terrific show. I love the
You're not
the
missing
chemistry.
much if you haven't seen it.
The chemistry between.
Let's be clear. There's nobody else watching. You know, there's the 7 people.
Not only is there nobody watching, but the show is shit anyway. Don't go waste your time with the
It's
Bronx
gonna
Wanderers.
build. It's gonna build.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We're on a slight incline.
I figured
right?
me naked would help. You know, I'm
Great,
trying to
yeah.
help you guys any way I can.
I don't think so, man.
Hey, let's get into some of the probing questions that you had written down, Shapster. You said we wanted to kind of get to the core of our guest this week. What was the big revealing question that you had?
Well, I have a few of them, but one thing I want to talk about that's important too is, so when you first started dating your current girlfriend, who should be a fiance by now, but she's not, but that's another story.
Wow.
You guys have been together a long time. You just celebrated how long?
7 years.
7 years. For those of you who don't know Liz is an amazing human being, and she's beautiful. You know her, Kevin. Beautiful. She's talented. She started out sort of supporting Vincent in all of his endeavors, and she helped with the Bronx Wanderers. She helped with the social media. We had the privilege when we were at the Sahara. She actually did some lighting stuff for us, and she was amazing. And she's just a ball of sunshine and beautiful on the inside and the outside. She now,
and I'm a heart of darkness, man. That's why it works. The
between
darkness
the two
and
of you,
the light.
Between the two of you, it's kind of like a. Did you see how your screen went back when you did that? So she's now following her own pursuits in life, and you're touring a lot. So you were gone, she was home, but now she's on projects. She's producing TV, right? And she's following her passion. How is that going on for you? How you doing?
You know, it was like a giant shift in our worlds because like you said, when I was at Bally's and the Link and Harris, I was doing 7 nights a week for 2 years, 6 nights a week for 4 years. I mean, I was home though every day. Like I would go to work 20 minutes, do my 90-minute show, home in 20 minutes. So I'm out 3 hours a day. And then when that stopped and we had all this time off to kind of travel again, I said, look, Liz, I got to make money. I got to provide for us. And she's like, no, I support you. I love you. Do your thing. And the next thing you know, she started getting all this travel work where HGTV's calling her up and they want her to do Battle on the Beach this season. And she's doing this movie that just came out. She just did a Lifetime movie that just came out. And she looked at me, she goes, look, I kind of have to go away for my career for 6 weeks. How do you feel about that? I go, well, you've done nothing but support me for.
Oh, bullshit. You had a temper tantrum. Let's talk. I want to get real. This is
okay. I'll be completely honest. I'll be completely honest in this interview. The first 2 weeks of it, I was super nice like that. And then not having her for 2 weeks.
Yep.
I was like, listen, you need to get the back here right now because I can't figure out the dishwasher for the life of me. I didn't know you can't put whites in the laundry with other clothes. My pink was on all my towels now. Everything's messed up. The whole world went to shit. And I realized.
Listen. This isn't the 1950s. You can put whites in the color. It can all go. It's just got to be cold water, and it's all good. Like, come on.
I would know that. I didn't go to home ec like you, Kevin.
Don't they have special detergent now for that too? I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
You do. Color safe detergents.
Don't you guys understand? I have a thing called the magic hamper. It goes in the hamper and it comes out clean 3 days later. I don't know how it happens.
There's one word that comes to mind right now, if I may be so bold. Douchebag. Anyway, so
listen, I do the dog poo outside. I do the garbages. We have our duties. So
it's a transitional thing because you weren't used to it though. But like, what about you've shared with me you miss her.
I do.
You miss her, and it's not about the utilitarian stuff, the stuff that we do to keep our households going. That's part of it.
No,
let's be real. When you miss somebody like that, when they say, the old cliche, the absence makes the heart grow fonder, and the relationship is good, or the relationship is right when your heart is solely missing that other half when they're gone away. When I toured, I did 300 days in 2014, and I was away from Aaron, And it was, even though I was the guy that was getting on planes and in Paris and in Japan and in South America, everybody thinks that's really sexy and it's really cool. And I'm not going to lie.
Isn't she in the band with you though?
No, this is before I put the docs together.
I was saying, like, you're currently in the show with her, so you guys have the best of all.
Right. No, I was managing artists and touring with them and basically, conducting the careers of other people. And while I was doing that, I was away from my family, I was away from my children, and it was heartbreaking. It really, truly was a thing. So, in 2018, when I put the Docksiders together, it was like the biggest blessing for us to be able to do it together. So when we could travel, it was easy to just get on a plane. I can't even imagine right now what it might be for me if the Docksiders are doing what we do and get on a plane and have to leave my wife and child again and go out for 2 or 3 or 4 weeks, and then you come back. It's hard, man. It's really hard.
Well, I feel what you're going through, man. I used to have what you had, where she would come out on the road with me and run all of my videos. And she would do the lighting, and she would do the social media. She would take pictures on the stage. I mean, even on her off days, she would go on the road with me and work, even though we're together. But she understood it was for the common good of us. Yeah. And now that she's killing it, doing her own thing in her own career, I needed to learn how to do all the stuff that she does. So now I had to learn how to do the Instagram, learn how to do all that, learn how to do the lighting. Now I control the videos on the stage show. I'm doing the music, the clips, the videos, the lighting, everything, while trying to play 3 instruments, while trying to sing, while trying to joke around.
I want to circle back.
I don't get paid enough is what I was trying to say.
To the foundation of your relationship, though, when it comes to having a healthy relationship, supporting each other in your individual goals. You went from having her support you in yours to now you're learning to have to get to support Liz in her goals. And it's not always, it's not Barbara Brighton. You all don't need comedy writers.
That's a smart woman right there.
I am their comedy writer, Barbara. Who do you think wrote all this material?
We're reading a script right now, Barbara. Can't you see we're just that good? You can't.
Patrick says Vincent John helping put South Point ever more on our Las Vegas map. Thank you, Bronx Wanderers. Yes, thank you, Bronx Wanderers.
They put me on the map.
Absolutely, man.
That may be true too.
Let's get to the brass tacks. This is a personal question, right, Michael? You brought this up. You put this on our show prep sheet. Manscaping. You two are hairy. Both of you are hairy dudes.
I'm not hairy at all, dude.
Look at the hair on your head.
I don't have chest hair. I'm 36 years old and I didn't grow any chest hair.
It's because he shaves it, because he manscapes it. And
I don't manscape that, bro.
What about your balls? So you keep your balls trimmed up?
Of course. They look immaculate.
Hey, in preparation for this, I actually took a picture and I'm going to share it with you guys of my situation.
Let's see what you got going on, Reddy. That's an actual picture.
Man. It's everywhere but on top of your head.
Picture of my situation going on right now. I kind of look like Bob Marley from the 70s.
I think that a lot of men don't do that, and I just wonder, because usually a really finely tuned man is usually gay, right? He's a gay guy. He looks great. He's got everything perfect. But for heterosexual men, and you get in a relationship, right? If you know you're single and you're going to go out dating, you might trim up a little bit. But when you get into a comfortable relationship, how are you guys doing in that department?
Look at this. Our friend Brandon Godfrey, that has a killer Motown show, says smooth as eggs.
Smooth as eggs.
Love you, Brandon.
Listen to me. The only reason why he's commenting that is because he saw me naked every day at Westgate for about a year and a half.
That's trauma. That's trauma.
He knows, man. He knows.
Yeah. Well, it's an interesting question, because some guys, they don't talk about it. They just do it or whatever. But, I find myself.
No, like I try to give it like the Elvis sideburns on the side, So
really, you do have a lot of hair to work with.
Really make it pop.
I think you just. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Metrosexual is correct.
That is the.
Hey, it's Little Lavender, man.
I was talking about gay guys. No, I specifically, Patrick. I was specifically talking about gay guys, not metrosexuals. But metrosexuals is what we're alluding to if we're stayed finely trimmed and clean.
You gotta put in some effort.
Do you?
Yeah, you do. You do a little bit.
I have a friend that was.
I don't mind when women don't do it. I like a little bit of the George W.
I have a friend.
Wow.
I do.
Vin likes.
I don't want to go down there and it look like a 13-year-old girl. Like that weirds me out.
I like a Barbara Bush.
Like I always tell Liz, give me a little V, like right above, just to claim my territory type of thing. I can't believe we went down this road.
Well, let's go.
Welcome to our podcast, my friend.
Elizabeth Diaga is chimed in a little bit. Hi, guys. The three of us together. I mean, that's who doesn't love some Elizabeth Diaga from Queens of Rock, right?
She's amazing.
Amazing. And I wonder
she's the only singer out of any of us.
Do you think she trims up?
She's French. I doubt it.
Oh, you think she's hairy?
I don't know. I mean, if she's French, she probably has full-blown arm hair.
Hey, listen, they didn't call her Rapunzel for nothing. Sorry, Elizabeth.
Can you edit that out because she's gonna?
Yeah, for sure.
By the way, Elizabeth will kick the shit out of all three of us.
I know she will.
Yeah.
I literally just said it's just possibly the French thing. You don't know.
Yeah. Well. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman and a talented singer. Hi, did he look at the little boy came in? Can you guys see him there a little bit? He doesn't trim up. He doesn't believe it. No, this is Huey.
Huey?
It's Huey. Yeah, he's hairy all over.
New edition.
So I guess we appreciate you being on, and I hate to kind of stonewall you there with getting real about your relationship. You went on some bullshit about her doing the dishes with her, but the real thing was about.
I miss her, man. It's like I lost my better half. I lost my partner. I don't go out to dinner anymore because I don't want to go by myself. I don't go out anymore. When I don't have her, it's like I'm missing a major piece of my life, and I miss the hell out of her. But at the same token, I'm glad that she's catching all of her dreams and she's living it, and that's like the greatest thing in the world to me.
It is.
I met Liz's brother the other day at Starbucks. Yeah, he looks like Kurt Cobain, her brother. Yeah.
By the way, word around town is that's not her brother, Ken.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because Vin's been about Vin. So, Vincent, hey, Vincent John. So, Vincent John, how many times have you changed your name?
I did it before I went to college because I didn't want my teachers to know I was doing drugs and drinking. So, like everybody, I went to college the year Facebook started. So that was 2006. So I went as Vin A. So they couldn't look me up by my last name. And then I came out to Vegas and everybody just took my Facebook name and made it my name. So I became Vin A. And then the more time went on, I'm thinking every time somebody goes to put in my name, the VIN numbers of vehicles come up and nobody can find my music and nobody can, and it just sounds very Vin A. It's just it's a Little Lavender to me. So then I thought I'd come up with, dude, let it just be my name, Vincent John, because my full name is Vincent John Adinolfi III.
I think you should go full name, and I think you should add Adinolfi III.
So nobody can pronounce Adinolfi. That's why I don't do that.
I can say Adinolfi. If I can say it, anybody can say
it. Try rocking around with Suker.
Suker, people call you Sucher.
Sucker. Yeah, it's all over the place. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
I've been here 2 years and people still don't know how to pronounce my last name, which is okay. Hey, listen, big question. Where do you see yourself in the next 24 months, Vin? With all the things you do, what would be the ideal future for Vincent John?
Not in jail.
Well, let's back that down. 24 months is too. He's 36 years old. He can't think that far. Okay. Like you're dropping new music videos. You're doing your original stuff. You're still doing Bronx Wanderers. Like, where do you see yourself? Like, what do you hope to accomplish in 2024? Right? It's April.
I hate to sound cheesy, but I mean, like, I'm living my dream. I'm able to have a Las Vegas show. They're paying me a stupid.
I don't really give a shit about that, right? Did you care about that question?
Why does everybody go and I'm living my dream bullshit?
Yeah, like, I'm living my dream.
For real. Like, I'm living my dream. Like,
maybe that was his attempt to like be real and have a little lavender or some shit. Right. I mean, great mediocre guest. I'm glad you chose him because he really is amazing, right?
I love him. I think he is so freaking talented. We are so lucky to have him in Las Vegas as often as they are. If you haven't seen the Bronx Wanderers, and I know I'm not talking to much of what is here, but those of you that follow us and watch us that travel to Las Vegas, do yourself a favor, look at the Bronx Wanderers website, find out when they're going to be at the South Point. It is worth a trip a little bit further down the strip to see these cats. It's a great freaking show. They play great music. You will have an incredible time.
His dad's my favorite. If I had to choose one of the Adinolfis, well, Carol, his mom would come first, but then followed by Vinny. Vinny's a class act. The kid's a little mediocre, huh? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, we got to get some more followers. Everybody, it would really mean a lot to us if you were to, when we go on, share it onto your social media platforms too. We don't pay for that. It's for free. It's the kindness of your heart. It's kind of like doing an estimable act for us because we want to share our stupid crap. Patrick is so classy. Thank you, Vincent John. Yeah, no, Patrick, you're not welcome anymore. We want to push him down, not bring him up. I mean, get the idea of a Little Lavender, will you, Patrick? Please.
Look at this.
Oh, everybody's positive. What is this crap?
This is wonderful. Everybody's saying nice things about us. Who would have thought? Why would they say nice things?
I know why. Because Little Lavender is about being real. It's about authenticity. It's about that everybody is good enough. We joke a lot. We're going to continue to joke a lot on the show, but at the core of this is that this is about connection. And it really is about love and compassion and empathy, and fuck Ken Henderson. And by the way, I'm working for him. I can't really, I retract the previous statement, Ken. What I was saying was about love and connection and compassion, honesty, integrity, authenticity. That's what the core of a little Lavender is. And maybe a little bit of rousing too, which is fun. So please follow us at our sites. What do we got? We got a YouTube channel. We got Spotify, Facebook.
We got Apple Music. You can follow the podcast on any place you find your podcasts. We are going to paint. Michael and I are going to paint as we do these podcasts. We are going to put up on our website where you can buy these paintings. Every painting we sell through our podcast is going to be donated to charity. So you can have a Suker original, a Shapiro. What is that on your shirt there?
Well, I painted today. This is what I came up with. It's a little piece.
I don't know if I can't confirm that because I haven't seen your hands recently. That could be
It's jizz from a little Keebler elf.
Nice.
And what are the purple guys? Hey guys, you all want to say hello? Hi.
What are the purple guys?
The little Smurfs. It's Smurf jizz.
They're blue.
Okay, well I got blue jizz on my shirt. All right. No, that's actual paint. But we are going to paint. I got my canvases ready. My paint's ready. I'm waiting to be inspired.
Yes.
And our guest today didn't do that for me. I don't know about you, but
next week we have another mediocre guest, don't we?
We do. If it works out, I actually have to ask.
And don't say it yet, right?
I'm not going to announce yet because I forget. Should we want to call her right now? Should we call her?
No.
I like how my dad wanted to be on the show, but doesn't.
I sent him the text. Lenny it's the elusive Lenny. We have to refer to him as the elusive Lenny. He is not called in yet. We got to get Lenny on this freaking program.
We do. I don't know what it's going to take. He probably wants to get paid. Are you sure you don't want me to call that person right now and we can confirm it? No? Okay.
No, excuse me.
Well, why are you the boss?
Well, I mean, why put her on the spot? She's
let's put it to a vote. Oh, wait, that's not going to work. It's got to be unanimous. Yeah.
Yeah, we can vote. All in favor? All opposed?
Okay, we're at a stalemate.
It's hung.
All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much wraps up. I got nothing else to say to you other than I'm going to